Good morning, everybody. Right here, right now, it's 8:51 on Tuesday, September 5th. The peak that you're looking at right there is one of the Bigelows. That's what we're climbing next. And as I pan around, over in front of me, those peaks, there is Sugarloaf Mountain, Mount Abraham, and Spalding Mountain. And not sure what's over here, but look at the clouds. We're like almost above the clouds. We had a very interesting night last night. Had a great night's rest. Excuse the hair. I mean, it's already sweaty, it's hot. We had a great night's rest and we got a lot of, hold on. You can tell that it's kind of hot and humid out because it's not even 9 a.m. and we're sweating climbing up here to North and South Horn. So we've done North Horn already, we've done South Horn. They're just shy of 4,000 feet. And now we're gonna make our way over to the Bigelows, which are our last 4Ks until we get to Mount Katahdin. And as I was saying, last night was fine. We had to get water from the pond, didn't see any moose, but slept really great. It's the first night of the whole section hike and LASH that I haven't had to have on my wool hat or my puffy. It just was so hot. So that was very cool. And otherwise we had an interesting night. We'll talk about that maybe sometime in the future, but it was just Pam, Homespun and I, and one other person at that place. It's North Horn Lean-To or something like that, and it's huge. It has 2 shelters, 2 privies, tons of tent pads, very well kept, and they give you buckets to put your food in, not to keep it away from the bears, but to keep it away from the red squirrels, because apparently they're a menace and they get into your stuff no matter what. So that was cool. We were able to put our food bags in that. All right, as we move on, the day should be getting a little bit brighter and I will show you cool stuff, hopefully. Have a good day. So we made it up to our view and it's covered up with trees, but over there somewhere is Sugarloaf Mountain, but that's okay. We have 0.7 miles to go to one of the Bigelows, and so that's our biggest challenge of the day. So can't wait to show you the view from there. So this is what we're climbing up, and it's kind of exposed. So I'm as in the middle as I can get. There's a big lake. It starts with a K over there. Here comes Homespun. And we just came, see that doubles, whatever it is? Those were the horns. That's where we were this morning. And so we're going up to the Bigelow. One of them, we're very, very close. Less than 1/10 of a mile away. We just made it up to Bigelow Mountain West Peak. It's 4,150 feet. And I'm just gonna swirl around so you guys can see this amazing view. It's all the way around. Isn't that cool? right in front of us is the Bigelow's Avery West Peak. I think that's what it's called. Avery and Bigelow for sure is in there. And what we have to do is it's 0.7 away. And we are gonna go down 0.3. You gotta go down before you can go up. We gotta go down 0.3 and then up 0.4. So the good part about going down, there's a campsite and there's supposed to be a box spring so we can get some water that's supposed to be super fresh and yummy and all that kind of stuff. But look, it's just gorgeous out here. Way down there you can start seeing some of the trees have started changing colors. All right, so the sign says water, but then when you look over, you're like, I don't see any water. But this is it. It's a boxed spring. So you take off this and lift that, and then it just continues to fill up no matter how much you use. It's fantastic. I'll take that little leaf out. So, isn't that kind of cool? I don't think you can really see it, but this plaque is for Myron H. Avery. It's called Myron H. Avery Peak of Mount Bigelow, named in honor of Myron Avery, who was born in 1899 and passed away in 52, whose foresight, leadership, and diligence made possible the Appalachian Trail. This 2,000-mile footpath from Maine to Georgia, so that's pretty cool. And guys, all right guys, we have climbed our last 4,000 footer. It was 4,062 and it's Bigelow Avery Peak. And the next tall mountain, we will have a couple more between here and there, but the next tall one is gonna be Katahdin. And I just looked it up and it's over 5,000 feet. But what's cool about it is from this spot, it's exactly 180 miles away. So chipping away at it, we're gonna get there before we know it. So this view appears stunning. It's amazing and beautiful. So it feels very cool, very accomplished to say that we have climbed our last 4,000 footer.